Hey everyone, welcome back to this week's Making the Movement episode here at the OurSociety Experiment. This kind of catalogs our journey as we work towards a more free and open election campaign platform that we're building. So there was some ups and downs the past week, and it's been, we're kind of at a really interesting point that I wanted to share. So OurSociety, really as a nonprofit, at this stage in the game hasn't really applied for many grants. It's been mainly funded by myself and other volunteers, both through capital and just time. So we're kind of at the stage now where we have to transition into really seeking grant funding to continue operations, and this is representing a fundamental shift in the OurSociety Experiment, because we really have some things to do that really can't be done without the donations. I know last week we made a donation video, we sent out a donation email blast. Thank you so much, by the way, for those of you who donated. We received a number of donations that was really meaningful and really helps reaffirm our purpose that we're doing something positive that people understand and really has some really great future potential. So a special thank you to all our donors. And so we're kind of considering some options now that maybe were off the table in the past. One thing, with developing a software is that it's pretty pricey, especially because we don't really have a technical co-founder, and our efforts to find one to kind of build this project with us have been a little challenging. So one thing we're working with a developer named Matt, and Matt and I have had conversations for quite some time now about open sourcing the project, which essentially would mean that anyone could work on it. So I really love the idea of an open source project for this, because OurSociety really belongs to all of us, right? That's been part of our core saying and our core mission since we began the project. It's like, yes, we're working on it, we're dedicating a lot of time here within our internal team, but there's so much more ownership that belongs to all of us. And for this to work, obviously, it's got to be for all of us. And really, there's other solutions that we saw, other nonprofits that are kind of out there, and they're doing similar stuff. We just learned about a new one this week. And they're focusing more on like a social aspect, which I think has its merits. But again, OurSociety is really focused on local candidates and kind of bring them some vision to kind of help engage the community deeper with their local officials and those who want to run, to empower them to do so without the financial investment. So open sourcing the project opens up a whole new gates to potential developers who might want to be involved. And it allows them to contribute piecemeal as well, which I'm really excited about. And of course, in the future, when OurSociety is receiving funding, we can compensate those developers, especially the top ones, and it's a great place to learn to kind of pick from talent. But it's something I'm really excited about, because right now, to be frank, it's like without grants, the development is kind of at a standstill, and that's a bit of a challenge. We have a huge roadmap, but we're still actively looking for a technical co-founder. And if you're watching this and you have a couple spare bucks to donate, consider donating it, because your money really does go towards our projects exactly. So that's something on the roadmap. We haven't really officially decided. I'm going to be working on that some more after this Making the Movement episode, but something that's in our mind, which is really nice. I mentioned the focus shifting to grants. That's putting a lot of time into making sure that we're applying for the right grants, doing the research. We've been working on the past month and a half to really refine kind of internal best practices for grant seeking based on a few books. I'm happy to say that'll be complete this weekend, and that's something that will help guide us towards really getting the right grants, really making sure we find the right niches and connect with the right people. In addition, finally, we're scoping out some new opportunities to kind of get more people involved. OurSociety, as we kind of enter this next phase of our development, where the congressional aspect is done, the local municipality aspect is super close to being done. We just need to raise a couple $1,000 more for that. Then this gives us a great platform for 2018, but the question is where do we go next, right? Because we have to be thinking that far ahead. So we're going to be focusing on a lot more content as well, a lot more on the blog, a lot more getting alternative writers and alternative people to do videos aside from just myself, which I'm really excited about. So that's something we're putting in a significant effort towards as well. So really, this stage of OurSociety right now is a lot of churning behind the scenes to kind of make things happen. Where up until the primary elections in June, it was really just like this crazy rush into that point. Now we have some downtime. I mean, not really. We're focused on getting candidates on the existing platform for the local candidacy. We have the letters we have to send out, and we're ready to do that as soon as we have the funding for it. But in the meantime, there's still so many things to be done, even if we can't do things that require more funding. So we're working on that, and we're working very diligently on that. So it's just, today's update was more kind of giving you some behind the scenes, like what's going on, why haven't you seen a lot more making the movement videos? There's also been, as I mentioned, the videos have slowed down a little bit just because of some personal work travel that I've had to do. But we're back to a normal schedule now, which is really exciting. So we should be seeing a lot more making the movement videos on the move. So again, just really churning and just making sure that we're still staying focused, we're still staying committed. The roadmap is still there, all of which are in place. Now it's just an effort of raising the capital to continue to proceed, and continue to focus on things that don't require capital, but to help us develop a bigger following and get out the word and the message to more people. And I think that the blogging and content will help that as well. I have a lot of really great ideas for that. I've been taking notes, hundreds of pages of notes really for the last couple of months. So really a lot of exciting stuff to share, and I'm looking forward to it. As always, I just want to thank you so much for tuning into this Our Society Experiment, Making the Movement episode. It's so critical to us that we keep you updated. This is our collective project, and even if you're just kind of chill out on the sidelines, you don't have money or time to donate, you just want to see what we're doing, we appreciate it. We appreciate you being a part of it and just staying tuned to what we're doing. The struggle continues. We're going to make this happen one way or the other, but it's going to be a grind, and we knew that when we started. So I don't want anyone to think we're disheartened. We're more excited than ever, but we've hit some roadblocks, so we're moving forward. So again, guys, thank you so much for tuning to this Our Society Experiment and this Making the Movement episode. We'll see you again next week at the same time for our weekly progress report.